Katherine since she came to the school in grade 1. Even as a young girl, she struck me as a bright, enthusiastic student, excited to take on both academic and co-curricular challenges.
Tell her to turn hers off.
Over the years, we chatted with each other in the hallways, and in middle school, her locker was right beside my office. Every day would begin and end with us talking about our days, what we enjoyed, and what we were looking forward to. When she entered senior school, Katherine joined in my advisor group. The last 4 years, I've had the pleasure of enjoying lunch with her, sitting in morning meeting together, and most recently, teaching her political science. In thinking about Katherine's time at Pickering College, it is difficult to encapsulate all of the activities and events she's participated in over her 12 years here. She's been exceptional in terms of her involvement in all aspects of Pickering College school life. She's been a consistent member of student committee, played on different sports teams. She's shown an ongoing commitment to our music program and those early morning jazz practices. Her exchanges to Spain and Australia, her role as ambassador, and I think I can attest she never misses an open house. Her incredible global leadership projects over the years, her volunteer work, and since middle school, her passion for debate. As captain, she has tremendous success, twice placing in the world's individual debate and public speaking tournament. Although her achievements are impressive though, I'd like to talk about something that is even more important, which is her character, and how Katherine has touched the lives of all of us at school. When asked what they admire most about Katherine, her teachers mentioned her fearlessness, whether delivering a speech or singing Adele in PC's Got Talent.
No way.
Even when faced with adversity, like the time she had a broken backpack on a class camping trip, she never complains, but rather encourages others to carry on and make the best of a situation. Katherine also has the unique capacity to connect with others, no matter their age or background, which is something her teachers greatly respect about her. When I asked her classmates what they admire about Katherine, they told me that she was the very first person who made them feel welcome at the school when they arrived as new students. They spoke of her vibrant personality, her kindness, and her care when they were having a difficult day. Everyone mentioned that Katherine's contagious smile covers a steely determination, and that her ability to persevere without losing her sense of humor is really quite remarkable. Which brings me to this evening. In a world that is struggling with so many challenges, perhaps more than ever, we all need to demonstrate these attributes of courage and resiliency and hope. In closing, when I think of Katherine, I'm reminded of one of my favorite quotations from Oscar Wilde. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. As long as I've known Katherine, she's always had her eye on the future. Even in her most difficult moments, she continued to endeavor towards something greater. And that is what I admire the most about Katherine. Katherine has taken advantage of every opportunity Pickering College could provide her, and in return, she's given us back even more. Continue to strive, Katherine, and thank you for inspiring all of us to do the same. With all my heart, I sincerely wish you the very best in your next adventure at St. Francis Xavier University. Class of 2020, and guests, I give you your valedictorian, Katherine Starr.
Thank you, Miss Bartlett. I really can't thank you enough for helping me get through these past years. I couldn't have done it without you. Not only do you give the world's best advice, but you've put up with all of us with a smile on your face. I'm so lucky to have had you as a teacher, advisor, school mom, and friend. Good evening, parents, teachers, staff, friends, family, and most of all, the class of 2020. I'm truly grateful to be speaking on your behalf this evening. I'm honored to be the valedictorian of a class full of amazing people such as yourselves. Of all the speeches I've made, and I've made one or two, with the guidance of Mr. Bishop, Mr. Thompson, and Mr. Cooch, this is by far the most important, and I hope in the next few minutes I will do you all justice. Now, before I share my thoughts, I'd like to take you all back in time. It was September of 2006 when your parents dropped you off on your first day of school. Some of us began this journey at Pickering, some of us just down the road, and others thousands of miles away. I can imagine you remember very little about your first day of school. Perhaps you recall your outfit from photographs that were taken, or maybe you remember the first friend you made. We were all so young, eager to meet our new classmates and unaware of the many experiences ahead. For the parents, I suspect you remember that day like it was yesterday. Sending your child off was maybe a big sigh of relief, or for many of you, it was probably a bittersweet moment. Because as you watched us turn our backs and walk through the classroom door, you realized for the first time in your life, we didn't need you as much anymore. Now, fast forward 14 years, we're all asking ourselves, where did the time go? Graduates before us seemed so much bigger and taller. It was like we'd never be them. Now we're asking ourselves, how did we get so tall? Well, I guess only some of us can say that. But now, as we graduate, there's a similar sense of eagerness we feel as we begin the next phase of our life, but also a sense of nostalgia as we say goodbye to the past 4 years of high school. We have our whole lives ahead of us, and that is both intimidating and incredibly thrilling. What we have here at Pickering is truly unique, something truly special. It's this feeling of always having people who are in this together with you, people who are always on your side. It's the commotion in the dining hall, hanging out in the student lounge, laughing together on sports day, and it's even sitting silently together during morning meeting. It really is a sense of family. These routines over the past years, our shared experiences have given us all comfort, safety, and a sense of togetherness that still exists even though we may be far apart. It's something unique, something we may never feel to the same extent again. Whether you came to Pickering 14 years ago, or even if this was just your first year, each and every one of us have met at intersections of our existence, bound by a commonality that is Pickering College, a beautiful school recognized by its inspiring white pillars, enduring red brick, and remembered for its strong morals and values: community, compassion, integrity, respect, and responsibility. Values that we will always carry with us. It's strange to think that we, the class of 2020, will never again walk into Pickering College as students. What's even more perplexing is the last time we walked into English class, stepped foot into the dining hall, or sat in the student lounge chairs, none of us knew it would be our last time. They always say high school flies by, but no one ever told us it would actually zoom. To spend 12 years walking through those halls and never properly say goodbye is definitely a hard pill to swallow. But that won't define us. Today is our day to celebrate, and we've earned it. Now, I'm not going to pretend like this is the graduation we envisioned, but at least no one can judge you for wearing sweatpants behind the camera. After years of studying, summer readings, ISPs, tests, projects, and the blood, sweat, and tears we spent on our global leadership projects, we've all been waiting to walk across that stage and receive our diplomas. At this time, it's easy to feel like we were robbed for not having the typical graduation, or to even feel upset that we've missed out on the last few months together to celebrate our final competitive seasons, sports day, university acceptances, post-exam celebrations, or just walking through the halls together and sharing a quick chat before our next class. But let's be real, I think we're all most heartbroken about not wearing our golf shorts for the last time. And trust me, I feel it all too. But I'd like to challenge you all to conceptualize this unconventional situation in a slightly different light. We are the first graduating class in history to get 2 ceremonies, and we didn't even need to write exams. We are also the first graduates in history who can hug their families whilst graduating. So go ahead, take the time now and give them a hug. Five months ago, no one could have imagined where we would be today. I know we've been hearing it a lot recently, but we truly are living in a time that will be written about in history books. Think about it. We're only halfway through 2020 and we're in the midst of a global pandemic. A fearless fight for racial justice, witnessed bushfires devastate Australia, seen a US president nearly impeached, lost 176 passengers in a plane crash in Iran, and NBA legend Kobe Bryant passed away. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't help but believe that there's an even greater message amongst all of this distress. Life itself is unpredictable. Now, more than ever, must we all be grateful for what we have. Grateful for our loved ones who've supported us. Grateful that we get to reminisce about our amazing high school memories. And grateful that we've been lucky enough to attend an incredible school like Pickering College that has not only prepared us well to manage unpredictability, but to thrive in it. With gratitude comes the most important part of this speech. There are so many people I wish to thank, but I first want to start off by saying thank you to the backbones of Pickering. The incredible facility staff who do everything behind the scenes are some of the hardest workers in this school and who are always there to share a smile throughout the day. This school could not function without you. And to Mr. Nick and Miss Wendy in particular, you both have known me since my first day of grade 1, and I will miss you both tremendously. To the dining hall staff, who have fed me alone approximately 1,687 times. I know I speak for my class when I say we especially miss school lunches and your smiling faces while at home. You bring so much life and energy to Pickering and truly make each day both delicious and fun. And for that, we are so grateful. To all of the faculty and staff, thank you for your endless support over the years. You may not have taught us all personally, but nevertheless, the influence you've had on each and every one of us will be remembered. Every time you went above and beyond your job description, which was every day, you became our role models, our support network, and now, our friends. There really is no adjective to describe how incredible you've been. Your hard work, life lessons, and arguably your most admirable trait has been your patience. And that has not been overlooked. Well, at least not anymore. Nothing is more telling to your willingness and desire to see us succeed than these past few months. Making the transition online was not easy, but you all did it seemingly effortlessly, and we will be better off next year because of it. Thank you also to Mr. Boyd, who really deserves his own category altogether at this point. Thank you for showing us all what it means to be a good person. Your wise words, optimistic presence, and your extensive insight has been invaluable. Thank you to our uniforms, another Pickering College constant in our lives. Although we may never miss being told to find our blazers, tuck in our shirts, or do up our top buttons, the familiarity and unity we felt while wearing it is something we may one day wish to have back. Not only am I going to miss the uniform, but I'm going to miss everyone I met in it. Thank you to my fellow graduates. I wouldn't be here addressing you this evening if it weren't for all of you. To be surrounded by such a diverse group of students from 14 countries around the world, I cannot wait to see where you all are in the next few years. Lastly, perhaps the most important thank you goes out to our families. Mom, I know you've dreaded this day for a long time, but if not for all of you, we wouldn't be Pickering College graduates. It was inevitably your call to send us here, and is something we are all grateful for. You have all made sacrifices to keep us here. Some of you even sent your child to the other side of the world to come to Pickering. So, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. If there's any quote that I could end this speech with, it must certainly be the one on our school crest, and that has rested on our uniforms for all these years. Bene Provisia Principia Ponentur. Let foundations be well planned. I am confident that what we have learned from each other and what we have learned at Pickering has equipped us to handle this uncertain future and to be the kind, change-seeking leaders the world so desperately needs right now. Our time at Pickering has not only given us the tools and confidence to do amazing things, but it has given us the foundation to be great people. And I am honored to have been able to experience it all with you. To the class of 2020, we've come a long way since that first day of kindergarten. I'm going to miss your smiling faces. I wish you all the love and happiness in the world. Wherever life takes you, be kind, make good choices, and always remain grateful. Thank you.